Alright, we'll go to another expert draft. I've got the tickets for it. Yeah, I don't think I can pass on Werewood Patriarch. The Frostbeaker Shaman is not bad because it deals damage to the player. Hermes is a fun card. I don't know that it's particularly powerful, but it is fun. But Werewood Patriarch all the day. Let's see if I can pull a Darkforged deck. I need lots of Darkforged. Take the 7-drop. Take the Blah. Take the Grapplevine. Okay, I'm not getting the Darkforged I'd hoped for. Take the General. Take the Overwatch. Take the Gnome. Take the Explorer. And the Sentry. Take the Darkforged. Ooh. No, I gotta take this guy. This guy is freaking strong in draft. Especially if I can get some buff. And I'm in the right factions for buff. Conscript. Overwatch. Not pleased with the picks I'm getting. Really wanted some Darkforged. There's a Darkforged, and probably the best card in the pack. Blood Boon, excellent. 7-drop, 6-drop, Meta Transfer, another Darkforged, Swamp Moss, Ranger, 7-drop, Sower. This is a decent deck. Alright, now I got calls for draft all over the board. Let's see how my opponent plays. Tempest. That's how my opponent plays. He will play, I predict, a Stormweaver and either the Aether-Tap Shaman or the Rhyme-Horn Charger next turn. There's the Stormweaver. And the Bruiser. Really? Well, let's try this. This is crazy, but... That's an absolutely ridiculous play on my part. Playing Metamind Explorer is generally not ideal, but because of the board state and the Werewood Patriarch, it seemed like the right play. I probably am wrong on that, but... Oh, wow, okay, Jay. That is an awesome deal. I would love some Conjurer Altarts. I would also love some Scorchmane Altarts. Okay, that's an even trade. Let's see what card I get. Swamp Moss Ancient. Drop Nexus Overwatch. Level the Conscript. And drop the Shambler, buffing the Overwatch so he doesn't just kill it with the War Charger. And that is exactly what I would expect. It moves over. I'm probably playing the sentry, both sentries this turn. Vault Intruder, he gets to see my hand. He knows that I have 2 sentries and a Feather Fang. He would say probably that I'm going to play both sentries. If I saw my hand, I would expect somebody to play both sentries. And you see my hand again. Awesome. Sentry. Sentry. I'm going to have to deal with those Vault Intruders. I probably should put the Sentry there. Well, no, the War Charger can't kill it. So the War Charger is going to throw itself to death against something and not take it out. Now if I could... Did I even draft a sower? I don't think I did. Oh, I got a Wildwood sower. Wrong sower. Now. And that makes perfect sense to me. Block the damage. Get something out of the War Charger. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Unless you're going to buff its health. No, Blood Boil. Okay. We will throw the conscript here. Put the armor on the Overwatch so the Stormweaver doesn't kill it for free. And drop Featherfang to take out the undamaged Vault Intruder. This turn I'll be playing Sentry, Battling, and then Blood Moon, probably. Maybe. So you know I have the Sentry too. War Charger 2. Oh, that's disappointing. Self-buff so it can take out the Vault Intruder. Yay, new follower! Ah! Can't actually see who the follower is. Follower update, order, move to top. Don't think that's quite what I meant to do. Position. Properties. Oh well. Whee! Alright. He dropped that, moved that over. Ugh, that's actually really disappointing. That doesn't kill it. Ah. Throw that down there. He's got Blood Boil and Frostshatter Strike, a Battle Tech, and a Blizzard Shaman. Battle. Drop the Metamine Explorer over here. Except I take this 9. Frostshatter Strike clears the Vault Intruder, makes me take 13. Possibly more. I don't remember if it was it was Frostshatter 2, so it's more. That's a lot of damage here. And his hand is not set up well to follow it up. Battletech. Now he doesn't even need the stupid thing. I knew that. I don't know why I played that the way I did. Blood Boil, I get bonus cards, which are very welcome. Next is Overwatch. We will level up the Swamp Moss. And drop the General to take out the War Charger. Ah, that's hurt. That's painful. That's very, very painful. Now you can, with the stuff on the board, he only does 11 damage to it, which is what I was going for. Probably throw Aegis Conscript in front of the Stormweaver, buffing the Sentry, because armor is its health. The more armor, the less likely he is able to kill it. And I'll put it at 16 armor, yeah. Which is not enough to be immune, but close. That'll also take out the Stormweaver in 5. He should use both Stormweavers to kill the Nexus Overwatch at this point, because before I meta transferred, okay, now I can kill the Sentry. Yeah. Drop everything onto it and kill it. Now I'm taking entirely too much damage. We'll put the Aegis Conscript. No, put the Aegis Conscript over here. Self buff. Put the Metamind Explorer over here. Taking 11 damage, which is more than I can afford to take. But I don't have a choice. This turn will be Swamp Moss Ancient and Barrier Soldier. No questions asked. Oh, gosh. That's probably game. I'm not quite dead yet, thanks to my Barrier Soldier. But if he has anything that can kill the Barrier Soldier, that will be game. If he doesn't, yeah, that's game. Good game, Elite. Alright, off to an 0-1 start this time. Significantly worse than my 3-0 start of my last draft. See how long it takes me to find my second match. La da 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 da. Not too bad. Eula Kai. Good luck, sir. We will drop the Nexus Overwatch and level Barrier Soldier Battle and Intern. Another person slow to start. I think I will meta transfer this guy, leveling up the conscript, and play a Swamp Moss Ancient in an open lane. Steam Sentinel, awesome. Higher Mystic, I don't care about. Okay, so I throw the Darksteel Enforcer, buff Nexus Overwatch, then throw the Dark Root I can save that. I like that play better. Drop the Shambler first. Buff the Swamp Moss out of kill range. Barely. Drop the Enforcer. Self-buff. I don't know why I put the Shambler in 4. That was dumb. Shambler should have gone in 2. But aside from that, that worked out very well. Shambler should have gone in 2 because it doesn't do anything to the Pyramystic. It does open up my Techno Gnome here to get some value, but that was a long shot at best. I should not have done it that way. Morgan Harvester. Interesting. Techno Gnome, Vault Intruder, Patron of Cadres. Interesting. Doesn't actually affect me one way or the other. I really don't like the patrons in draft. I'm not a fan. And this is the second or third person I've seen that drafted one. And apparently drafted enough to get the triggers. Yeah, the patron does him no good here. Now, the question is, what do I do? I'm probably going to play a Vault Intruder, and then if he has a hand that can't deal with it, drop the Swamp Moss. If he does, drop the Aegis Conscript. Darkstone, blow up the Darksteel. That's fine. I would have blown up... I don't know. That might be right. Drop this guy over here. I don't care about either one of the cards on the board. He's got a Darkstone of Seer, so that's going to be 3 6 damage and 8 11. So the Darkstone of Seer will go in front of the Vault Intruder. That's 6 10. If I throw the Aegis Conscript over here and put the armor on the Vault Intruder, it survives the Darkstone of Seer. I think. Actually, I think I'm wrong. Oops! Oh well. Too late now. I was better started putting the armor on the Aegis Conscript. No, that's right. I got him to 11 health effectively instead of 10 or 9. And the Darkstone of Seer could deal 10. So I'm perfectly fine with that. Just like I'm perfectly fine playing this next Overwatch, leveling the next Overwatch, and meta transferring the Rhyhorn Charger and leveling, I don't know, the Spirit Bloom. Next is Overwatch, level next Overwatch, meta transfer, level Spirit Bloom, battle, in turn. Oh, very nice. Get my Techno Gnome leveled and drop Barrier Soldier. Fire Mystic, I don't care about. Stormweaver, I do. Care about that a lot. There's nothing I can do about it. Drop the Barrier Soldier here. Drop the Techno Gnome there. Battle. Barrier Soldier makes the Pyramystic not damage me. Hooray! Unfortunately, the Techno Gnome dies to the Stormweaver outright. And Sentry doesn't work as an underdrop. So this turn is probably playing both my Darkforged. in whichever order makes sense. Steam Sentinel, that's an even trade. I'm fine with that. Of course, you damage the Technonome. That makes perfect sense. We're going to take out the next Overwatch or keep taking 10? I'm a fan of you to keep taking 10, but surely you've got a rank 1 creature that can take out the next Overwatch. There you go. That seems silly. If you put that on the Pyromystic, it at least gets it where a Shambler doesn't kill it outright. But as it stands, the Shambler kills that guy outright. And I'm just going to ignore the Pyromystic, because as long as my Barrier Soldier's alive, it's not doing anything. And I can get more damage through this way. No, Patron of Cadres. Okay, that will get some damage through. Yes, yes. Let's take a look at your hand. You've got a Dark Stone Seer 3 with no Dark Forge on the board, so that's 4 damage to target creature, and Frost Shatter Strike, or a Steam Sentinel. Yeah, I think this is a decent enough play. The Seer can't kill anything with that. And the Steam Sentinel is just trying to trade off. You ping the Dark Steel Enforcer, it does nothing. Absolutely nothing, because it has 4 armor. What in the heck were you thinking? Or did you just miss the fact that I put armor on the Enforcer? In either event, that was dumb. Let's go ahead and take a look at your hand. It doesn't really matter to me, but you've got a terrible hand. That's great. Give the Volt Intruder 1 armor, which is all he needs to live. And that should be game. You can block out 2 lanes, but I have lethal in any 2 lanes that you don't block out. And I've seen your hand, which is terrible. There's an Organ Harvester. Now you can block out the Darksteel Enforcer, and I don't know what you're going to do it with, because nothing kills it, but yeah, that's game. Good game, Ulukai. Oops, wrong button. Alright, 1-1 start. I need to get to 3-1 so that I can get my entry fee back. That's always my goal when I do Expert Draft. My goal is not to get to 4-0. That's always a bonus. It's to get back to 3-1 so I don't bleed out. While we're waiting for an opponent, let's open some packs. Let's open these things that I never get. I don't get bronze packs. That implies that I go 1-3 in tournaments, and that doesn't happen. Let's open my silvers. Firestorm, meh. Spore Lord, meh. Solforge Habit. Anything except one of the new patrons is going to be meh, because I have playsets of everything that's heroic or below. Gold packs. Metamorphosis. And new Pterodon Rex. Meh. Sparian Steelplate and Frost Maiden, a couple of allied creatures. Huh, I never noticed that. On the mini card, there's too much text to display the allied trigger. Whee! Arbiter and Shard Thief. Zombie Dread Knight and War Merchant. Brawler and Cultivate. Very unimpressed with my packs today. And let's go see who I've pulled for my third game. No one yet. Inventory. Alright, let's open my basic packs. I'm up to 70 event tickets. Or elite tickets. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Oh, I did get a Patron of Tarsus. That's not nothing. That's good. I haven't bought Tarsus's yet, so that was actually a card I didn't have, and I passed it without looking. I mean, better luck out of these basic packs than I did out of my silver packs. And I said something, and now it's failing me. Oh, doo-doo-doo. Howl of Zith. One of the most annoying cards in the game. Not necessarily overpowered, but annoying. WGW 101. Let's take a look at what your decision-making process is. You drafted a Cacklebones. I don't really expect you to play it, but you might. You will play Catacomb and General. If I had your hand, I'd play Catacomb and General. I hope you play Cacklebones, because that gives me free plays. And I would level up pretty much my entire hand. But I expect you to play the General and whatever the other card was I said that you were going to play. The Spider. Catacomb Spider. But please, by all means, play Cacklebones. I have no qualms about playing Featherfang, Meta Transfer, leveling Technonome, and playing Blood Moon. Nothing would be dying, so it'd only be a +3/+3, but gets it leveled. 4/4 gets it close to that rank 3, which is just ridiculous. Maybe I'd play the Deep Branch Prowler instead. It doesn't level well, but I'd be leveling 2 extra cards over him. All that having been said, I really don't expect him to play the Cacklebones. But again, unleveled Cacklebones is not that great a card. Or he could just sit here and wait me out. La 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 la. 3 minutes off the clock. Awesome. Da, 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 da. Come on. Three and a half minutes off the clock. This is just thrilling. I know that this is the way everybody wants to watch a stream. Watching numbers tick off a clock. Yazoo, I'm not quite sure what was going on at the time you asked your question as to why not level Techno now. I suspect it was because I was at the end of player level 2, and Techno Gnome really needs to be leveled in player level 1 to be effective. I didn't see the game going to player level 4. So getting just a 9-9 leveled versus something else that has a more impactful level 2 is not worth it. If I think the game will go to player level 4, I'll level Techno Gnome in player level 2. But because its rank 2 is not spectacular, it's mediocre at best, if you're not going to be able to see the level 3, it's not worth leveling it up over other options. But I'd have to go back in time to remember what those options were. Come on. 5 minutes off the clock. I'm getting the feeling that this is going to go to a timeout. Oh no, I hear it! Cacklebones! Okay, I think that's a bad play. Flow Steel Carrier? I think that's a really bad play. I'll drop Featherfang. Meta Transfer, leveling up Techno Gnome. And yeah, I'll drop the Prowler. Want to kill Flow Steel Carrier on my own terms when he doesn't have a robot. I should be able to dictate that with him having played it in an open lane. Let's see here. Symbiote and a Plunder Imp. What did you take out with my Plunder Imp? My Conscript? Okay, I'm fine with that. I can kill off that and that and that. Next is Overwatch. Level Barrier Soldier. Darksteel Enforcer. We'll buff Nexus Overwatch just to make sure it trades with whatever he plays in front of it. Because that appears to be the way he's playing, is drop things in front of needless blockers. I will probably play General and Sentry. Maybe Sentry and Metamind Explorer. Why would you... Never mind, I don't want to know. I think Sentry plays a lot better in front of the Darksteel Enforcer. And ignore the next level launch, but whatever. 4, 5, 6. I will drop General here and Sentry over here. Battle. Ooh, nice. That means the General drops here, so that kills the Sentry. I could just drop the Darksteel Enforcer, but whatever. Darksteel is 3 at this level. Yeah, that would work. I think I still like the General better. Drop that there, drop Darksteel here, buffing the other General. And now I wipe his board, and all but one of my creatures live. That seems pretty good. Now I don't have anything in place to take advantage of my General 2, which is disappointing, but what can you do? Choop, choop, choop. So we've got an Aetherforge Oracle and a Plunder Imp. Plunder Imp takes out 6 or less, so it'll take out the Feather Fang. Doesn't really matter, I wasn't planning to play the Feather Fang. Let's start by taking a look at his hand. War Charger and Scourge Hydra, Varric's Embrace. So he's playing the War Charger, that's a no-brainer. I think I want to do this. And we'll level up the Feather Fang to rank 3. That keeps my general nice and protected. The War Charger could drop in front of the Vault Intruder. That's mean it is just barely enough to kill it. General, that works. Next is Overwatch, level Technonome, play Forge Plate. Get my 12 through. That's just barely not quite enough to kill the Forge Plate, which works out well. Artric Solforge, I completely agree. People that just sit back and go doop 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 and never make a move drive me nuts. That was actually a really strong capital bounce because my hand is terrible to follow it up. Never mind. Because I didn't have a 6-attack creature, I couldn't kill the War Charger. Now I get to level 4 cards in my hand. I will ignore the Forge Watch Sentry, drop next Overwatch, level the Bear, drop Aegis Conscript, put the buff on himself, and then drop Werewood. Level 4 of the 5 cards in my hand. And be able to deal with the Forge Watch Sentry on the start of rank 3. Forge Watch is a bad end of ranked play because it dies to almost anything on the rank up. And he didn't drop another robot, so when I kill it in combat, I drop the Vault Intruder over here. Let's take a look at his hands. He has a rank 3 War Charger and Flow Steel. That's not good. That War Charger is going to be a major pain for me to deal with. But I can drop Conscript here and buff that guy so that he takes out the Necrotic Worm, at least. The War Charger I don't have an answer for, though. That's going to be a pain. He drops War Charger in lane probably 2, and the Flow Steel Carrier in lane 5, which will make that a very, very big War Charger with a lot of armor that I can't kill. He does take 16 damage in the exchange. Look, it's a Flow Steel in lane 5. Look, it's a War Charger in lane 2. How much armor are you? 8? Gosh. I don't see that I have a lot of choice, but that is painful. I'm going to have to hope I draw my meta transfer. Yeah, I know you've got 8 armor on you. That's probably a game winner. Maybe not. Meta transfer at this level is 9? No, 11. That makes that a toothless robot. It'll move over and be the best blocker you could ever want. But it's not going to be as effective as he needs it to be. Meta transfer, level up Werewood. Never mind, he's going to make me discard Werewood. Meta transfer, level up the Swamp Moss. And then drop Technonome in front of the War Charger, get some damage on it. Actually, maybe kill it. Now you know I have Meta Transfer. You know what's going to happen with that. That actually doesn't kill the bear. Meta Transfer, level the Swamp Moss. Yeah, let's go ahead and work on killing the War Charger. War Charger should move over and just trade off with the bear at this point. This is not a great hand, but it's usable. The Barrier Soldier trades off the Plunder Imp. And I'd probably just throw the 8-drop. Unless I can get value out of the Shambler. Excellent. Barrier Soldier trades off. I make the 8-drop. I drew General 3. I did not draw my Sentry 3, which is disappointing. Feel pretty good about this board state. I've got 3 creatures on board with 2 rank 3s in my follow-up hand. One of the rank 3s is a sneaky combat trick type creature in the general. And he needs at least a rank 2 to take out the Technonome. There's not a rank 1 that I can think of that would trade 1 for 1 with it. Okay, there's the rank 2. Given the life disparity, I'm going to completely ignore Cackle and just throw General, Swamp Moss, Featherfang. I can take care of Cackle next turn with a worse hand. I don't see much that he can do here. Aether Forge, which is exact damage, which is great, because that means my Aegis Conscript can drop in front of Cackle and turn one trade up into a positive trade for me. Get tremendous value out of that rank 1 Aegis Conscript. Now I could meta transfer the War Charger, saving my Swamp Moss. Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do. I was going to say my other alternative is to Blood Boon the General post-combat, but I think that's the right way to go. Now I still have the 3 creatures I dropped a turn ago, and they are terrifying. 2 of them are easily killed, so there is that. The Featherfang dies to anything. The important thing is that it takes something to kill it. Thank you, rank 1 Aegis Conscripts. Oh, that's disappointing. Rick's Embrace, get yourself some health. Completely understand that. Let's go take a look at your hand first. You've got that and that. I'm not worried. The Sentry will probably block the General, in which case I would win, I think. So that's my other play. The important thing was he didn't have anything to buff the Necrotic Worm, the one that he needs to kill the Technonome. And the story of escalations, Yep. Sentry blocks the general, which would be great if he could block the Vault Intruder and the Techno Gnome with something. Unfortunately, the Vault Intruder is lethal. Good game, WGW. I am enjoying the draft environment that is significantly slower than the current constructed environment. In current constructed, every game is over before player level 3. It feels like. Occasionally you'll get one that goes into 3.1. But these games are going to player level 4 don't happen in constructed anymore. Let's see here. I think I still had a platinum pack to open. I got through all my other packs. Here's the platinum. Come on, good stuff. There are like 7 legendaries at this point I don't have playsets of. That is not one of them. Although Patron of Avalon I didn't have a playset of, so got a couple of heroics out of all this pack opening that I didn't have complete sets of. I now have at least one of every patron. I bought Codrus and Deepwood with silver, but now I have 1 Tarsus and 1 Avalon, which is nice. Up to 70 elite tickets. Tick tock, tick tock. It is now 1 o'clock. I have half an hour until I have to leave to pick up my daughter, so this will probably be my last game. Might as well go ahead and run a giveaway, though. Mail.yahoo.com. Pull up Chetka. Keyword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 12 people. By the way, good game, Vander Gus. Pound. You completely trounced my 3-0 draft deck. Wasn't even close. Control C. Control V. Let's see here. Mail. I have to go find Nick. Nicholas Fiorillo. Fiorillo. Streamer codes. What was the last one I gave away? Twitch. /MathNut. Messages. Da-da-da-da. Outbox. I said outbox. Come on. The last one was to Mr. Ashblade. It ended in SDJJ. SDJJ. For some reason, I closed my email window. SDJJ was the last one, so I need the one that ends in 609H. Copy. Close. Really probably shouldn't have closed. Seven. All right, give people another minute or two to enter. 7 people have entered. 7 people show up on the left side of my screen over here. If you don't see your name on the left side, you have not successfully entered the giveaway. And this is for a regular draft code. And whenever this game starts, I will roll it off. Actually, I may take a quick restroom break and roll off when I get back. Still no sign of the game starting. Be right back. Ten people entered. Do I have a game? I do not. Oh. This is kind of sad. All right, soccer balls. I will go ahead and roll off. Now that the match has started, rolling. Congrats to Sarah Nug. You have won the giveaway. I will be sending you the draft code in Twitch messaging. Oh gosh, I can't talk. Send message. Solforge giveaway code. www.solforgegame.com/redeem. Control V. Send. Alright. I will start out like I've started out so many of these matches. Taking a look at my opponent's hand and seeing how good a player he is. So I would expect him to play Duskhammer and Frostwild Tracker. Patron of Tarsus is useless with this hand. Maybe he levels it, but I think Frostwild and Duskhammer is what he plays. Battle, in turn. Frostwild doesn't trade with the Vault Intruder, so he may put Duskhammer in front of it or just accept the 7. If I were him, I would probably just accept the 7, but we'll see. Patron of Tarsus to trade off. Did not play the Duskhammer. Interesting. Well, I will give him some value out of his Frostwild Tracker and go 1 for 1 here. Do I really want to do that? No, I don't think so. Put the Shambler over here, buffing the Vault Intruder. It gets it to survive. And throw the General here. That makes the Shambler potent. But it means that I can't play a Nexus Overwatch, of which I have 2. No, that was play the Ranger. That lets me keep my options open for Nexus Overwatch if I draw it. I didn't, but... feel pretty good about this board state. Brood Horror. So you get 1+1/+1 buff. Make it on Flesh Fiend. Awesome. Not awesome. Probably. Yeah, I think I throw the Sower and the Patriarch, and buff the Patriarch. Flesh Fiend lives, but if I get a meta transfer, I didn't, but could have used the Sower token to clear the Flesh Fiend, which would have been nice. That's a lot of Brood Horrors. Next is Overwatch. Level the Sentry. And Conscript self-buffing or buffing the Sower? I think I'd rather have the Sower alive. It has a little bit more flexibility in its options if he doesn't kill it. And now, if he plays a creature, Brood Horror dies and Werewood Patriarch lives. If he doesn't play a creature, then that's just an even trade, which I'm perfectly fine with. It also means my Sower lives in the event that I could have possibly drawn something useful. I didn't, but Scatterspore. So that answers a lot of questions. That's actually interesting. Well, let's drop Vault Intruder, take a look and see how screwed I am. Scatterspore 2 is not as terrifying as a lot of level 2s could be. Duskhammer, he's going to play Scatterspore, and I don't know what his second play is. Kind of a garbage hand. Battle. And I think I just throw Barrier Soldier over here and deal with Scatterspore next turn. Yes, that was absolutely the right way to go. Yeah, kind of saw that one coming. Perfectly fine with that. I drop next Overwatch and Sower. Mostly because they clear the 2 creatures and both of them live. We will level up Swamp Moss to be the 12/12 and throw the Sower. Battle. In turn. He gets a 3/3 token. I'm fine with that. And it spawns in what might be the worst possible place for him, because it means he can't clean up the Vault Intruder without something else. Now, don't block the freaking Sower. What's your second creature? Awesome, awesome. This is interesting. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have a general in this hand. I think I'm going to throw the Conscript, self-buff, battle, Bloodboon, and put the token in front of the Glowhive Siren. Now you should battle before you play a creature, which means my Sower lives until next turn. If you play a creature first, you don't get the 8 damage on the Brood Horror on me, which I'm also fine with. And that's exactly what you do. Excellent. Means my turn is almost assuredly going to... That was... okay. almost surely going to be meta transfer into a seedling into Werewood Patriarch. Meta transfer, this is the only thing that makes sense. Leveling up the Ranger. I get a seedling. I'm going to put the seedling over here. And then I Patriarch. Battle. In turn. Oh, wow. Patriarch Ranger or Patriarch Sower? Wildwood Sower. That's awesome. Terrible play for him, which means good things for me. And apparently he Verix embraced my Blood Binding's my Patriarch. Okay, I guess I'm fine with that. I think I'd rather play the Ranger here. The Ranger's a lot more valuable to me. Next turn. Makes that sapling potent. And that should be enough to secure this victory. I am way ahead on board at this point. Let's go ahead and undo some of that damage. Drop the next Overwatch, level a Vault Intruder, battle, and I win. He concedes. I didn't do the math. Maybe I had lethal. But that's 3 and 1, which works out quite well. Gets my entry fee back. Open up this pack, and that's going to do it for me for today, or at least for now. I might get on again after I get back from picking up my daughter. Yeah, Poitras, I agree completely. I don't think his deck really ran that well with its synergies. Burn Charge and Ride of the Grimgaunt. Well, thank you all for watching. If you don't currently follow the stream, please click the little heart button down below and follow me. My follower count is my self-esteem, so the more people that follow me, the better I feel about myself. In addition, if you really, really like the stream, you can click the donation button down below. I haven't seen Vandergus on lately, but whenever Vandergus is on again, I will put his last donation to use and buy something that I can share with the viewers. Past that, that's all I've got. I hope you all had a enjoyable time, and until